Hi guys, my name is Noni Matigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to focus on exhibit double Z. Double Z, Z, Z. Yes, I want us to focus on that. Guys, I'm laughing because that courtroom will make you laugh, okay? It's either you cry or you laugh. There's something that you must choose there. So I'm not choosing those emotions of crying. I'm choosing the emotions of laughing, of laughter, emotions of being happy. I am not about being about stress. But 2026 is on college. Guys, ayikho nje into ezandistressa. Ndizamlwa ustress. Ndizamlwa whether uphuma in my personal life and my personal capacity and uphuma kule case nje ndizawulwa ngam dog andifuni nix ngam at 40 years of age andizugugiswa zezi zinto andizugugiswa tu ndizohlala this younger. This young. Anyway, I digress. Let's come back to the court case now. So what happened in the courtroom yesterday? It was just dramatic, guys. It is legally devastating for the state. Whether they like it or not, it's none of our business. But Aishem, they do understand. You would see in Baloi's face. It's written all over his face, including the judge. The way he is, as if it's a demon. Ibonana no Jesu Christu. You must know ukuthi kunzima mfethu, kunzima zonke izinto nje ziyakho. Hey, yahamba nobi yaphi na yahamba kodwa. But one thing that I need to make sure you understand as a person from South Africa, guys, please know the time has come. People are going to account in the 2026. People are going to account whether whatever they are, whether for this, or for any other, if they are involved in this, and this is not yet ready for accounting, not that numbers account for people to account. People are going to account for other matters. But if you are in this matter, I feel sorry for people that have a bad hand in this, because their other walls are closing in, including this one. Now, so for months, the prosecution has leaned on one document, exhibit double ZZ. They were leaning on that one to frame Gwabini as part of the murder plot. If you see what I mean, they were doing that from last year. The moment he stepped his foot in that courtroom, it was worse. Gwabini, we knew him before we saw him, before we heard him, because Gininda kept on talking about his name. Kanti all along, Ubalo is gonna shift the script when things are not going according to plan, because when Gininda did not bring Gwabini here, he knew what he was doing. And Ubalo, when he saw that he was in trouble and didn't know what to do, he shifted the script for all of them and ended up ruining the entire situation for all of them. This damage, it can never be undone. And if you see it, you can't unsee it. Okay? Now, they wanted Ubalo, when he mentions the Section 204 situation alongside the name of Gwabini, you must know this. He was trying to scare him. Number one. Number two, this is my analysis. He was trying to scare him so that he can lose balance and focus, which at some point it did work, because Gwabini did get emotional somehow and got destabilized. But he tried to work back on himself and finalized in a high note, even though there was there was up and downs, but focus. So Ubalo, he tried now to use the exhibit double ZZ, and he was trying to frame Gwabini as part of the murder plot, also an accomplice, and also an accessory, and a criminal insider. That's what he painted. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's what he painted. And that entire narrative collapsed just in 17 minutes with the Black Mamba. It collapsed in 17 minutes with the Black Mamba. And the Black Mamba was like, okay. Yeah, he's well, and then he shot. Ngiyayizwa, my lord, Lendonisha. Ngiyayizwa, my lord. My lord. You know how calm he is. He was like, ngiyayizwa Lendonisha. He was sitting there, and then in his brain, he was clocking it. Ba, ngiyayizwa Lendonisha, mara. Qhubeka. Ngizodila nawe very soon. He got up and dealt with him in 17 minutes straight. Not even 20. It's a round of 20 minutes. It's plus minus 20 minutes, but it's 17 minutes to be exact. He dealt with him, which is Baloyi. And yo, guys, when I must explain that. When I must explain that, so what Nxumalo did there, when Advocate Nxumalo methodically got up, isingesi andilongesi umuntu wasexesi ndintombi yomXhosa wasexesi so nje ndizasophula here and there nibe right bantase nibe right ndizasophula but amagama ndinawo engqondweni but ke xa funeka ndiwabizile sometimes azandi mpukane sometimes azandiluma sezandilumisa ingesiyalumana. Anyway, come back. So when Advocate Nxumalo got up methodically, he dismantles the exhibit on the court record. Ubaloyi put it on record. Urata forced Baloyi to read it on record. And then Nxumalo was like, let me brick by brick, stena by stena, remove it, take a roof. He started with the roof. He went even for the foundation, guys. Roof, stand, brick, but he said roof, brr, 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 brr. What stand, what brick, what brick. After that, what foundation. Threw everything away. He was like, Ganda, take all of this and throw it away. I don't care where you threw it. Throw it away. Throw it away. I don't care where. That's what he did with all of that. It was not his opinion. It wasn't a spin from Nxumalo. It was just Nxumalo applying law. It was law. Nxumalo begins by doing something the state avoided. He defines what an accomplice actually means in South African law. He defines it. He's like, and when bro, an accomplice must participate in the commission of the crime, share criminal intent, act in furtherance of the offense. Then he implies that legal definition directly. He implies that legal direction directly to definition to exhibit double Z. Wasn't that intentional from Nxumalo? Esithi Gwabini bafanas, lalela, I'm here for you. I'm here, walk with me. Vuka, suphazamiseka. Focus, don't let them settle. That's what he did. He guys, as much as like he was coming with Law Jugular there, but he was there for Gwabini to come back from that thing. So after this, he stopped Baloyi and Double Guinea right on their tracks. Right on their tracks, he stopped them. He fought for Gwabini like nobody's business. That's what he did there, and I was so impressed with Nxumalo. I was so impressed because double Z contains no evidence that Gwabini, one, participated in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa, shared an intent with the shooters, is assisted in the planning or execution, or benefited from the crime, or acted in furtherance of the murder. There is absolutely nothing that links Gwabini with that. So why is Baloyi busy feeding him Section 204, but he had nothing to do with the crime? Why is he doing that? What the hell was he trying to do? And Nxumalo was like, over my dead body, you shall see wonders of this world, Baloyi. And when Gwabini, that was big brother to younger brother vibes, guys. That was big brother to younger brother vibes. And he was like, excuse the part. He was like, never. We've heard it with you, Wena. And the other thing that shows you even Nxumalo is heartful of Ubaloyi when he got up trying to explain he wants to say something. He said on record, I want it on record. Yes, yes. He said, I want it on record. That alone should tell you something. That alone should tell you something, Mdanam. So in other words, by law, Gwabini is not an accomplice. And by law, he is not an accessory to murder in anything, in fact. That single point alone destroyed all the evidence that was placed on record in that courtroom, trying to frame Gwabini as someone who is involved somehow. But Nxumalo does not stop there. Damn it. Oh my God, Nxumalo! Nxumalo does not stop there. He exposes the second fatal flaw. There is no corroboration. There is no corroboration. The state relied on ZZZ as if it were an independent anchor of truth. It isn't. It isn't. The document is uncorroborated. No independent witness supports it. No forensic link supports it. No objective evidence supports it. Legally, an uncorroborated statement cannot carry weight. The state placed that they cannot carry the weight that the state placed on it. No ways, it can't. That means the foundation of the prosecution's narrative was never legally sound to begin with. Oh my God, that was our the Black Mamba was. I was sitting here screaming. I was sitting here screaming, and I was like, oh my God, my God. And then comes the contradiction. Nxumalo walks Baloyi straight into it. Key timelines in the ZZZ exhibit. Contradiction were there. There were contradictions there. Let's look at the key timelines on that exhibit. Contradict each other. The role attributed to Gwabini contradicts the state's own theory. The factual structure of the exhibit contradicts prior testimony. This isn't a minor discrepancy. This is a structure collapsing right in front of the courtroom, right on record. It's on record collapsing. And that's when something extraordinary happens. Look at this. Listen to this, man. Nxumalo. That's when something extraordinary happens. Advocate Baloyi, the architect of this entire framing, is left with no meaningless response. Absolutely nothing. Boom. Shebelele. Boom. We are done. No legal rebuttal, no factual correction, no coherent explanation, just silence, deflection, and retreat. Because what else can he do? What else can he do, though? What was he supposed to do? That moment alone matters more than people realize, because in law, when a central exhibit collapses and when the prosecution cannot defend it, the legal status of the accused person changes. No rhetorically, no politically, but legally. Not rhetorically, not politically, but legally. Please get that. Get that. Because in law, the central exhibit, when a central exhibit collapses and the prosecution cannot defend it, the legal status of the accused person changes. I feel like I'm preaching right now. I feel like because Nxumalo, man. Yes. That is, it's nice analyzing when something is like giving you that hope, that power, everything. So now we all know now, because of Nxumalo. Yes, the other lawyers too, but the focus is on Nxumalo now. Gwabini is no longer an accomplice on the court record. Gwabini is no longer an accessory on the court record. The state's own exhibit under cross-examination has exonerated him from the legal categories. They spent months attaching to his name. Anindiva, Anindiva, Anindiva. The state's own exhibit under cross-examination has exonerated Gwabini from the legal categories they spent months attaching to his name. Uyagida uNkulunkulu nengelosi zakhe. If uGwabini ukholelwa kumadlozi liyagida idlozi lakhe. Ayikho nje into kodwa mina ndithi uNkulunkulu uyagida. Bonke umuntu yonke into under the side yeka uNkulunkulu ugida uNkulunkulu nengelosi zakhe. Uthi noche, we are done with this nonsense. Uthi noche, we are done with this nonsense. And here's a part that should alarm every serious legal observer. Please come here. Please come here. This wasn't new evidence, Mose. This wasn't new evidence. This wasn't hidden information. This was always in double Z. Like that. It's always been there. It just took a competent legal mind to apply the correct legal definitions and to force the contradictions into the open. And who was that? Ulanga, Zwide kalanga, Numalo, Zwide kalanga, bambiza Zithulela ugogo wakho umbiza ngoToto. Oh, umbiza ngoBobo. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Which means one thing. Okay, which means one of two things. Either the state misunderstood its own evidence or it knowingly mischaracterized it. Both possibilities are catastrophic because once double Z falls, a chain reaction begins. Every narrative built on it becomes unstable. Every inference drawn from it becomes suspicious. Every theory linked to it becomes legally weak. This is not drama. This is doctrinal law in action. And today, we remember that was done by who? By Zithulela, advocate Zithulela Nxumalo, in 17 minutes. Didn't just weaken the state case, he detonated a copula of it on the court record. And please watch carefully. Oh, watch carefully. Repeat this video if you come across it. Can you please send this to Zithulela Nxumalo self? He needs to watch this because what the hell? What the hell, sir? What the hell? Your plus minus 30 years experience. I didn't know you are this old. Sir, kantuna ngapi? Because you don't look like you are in your 50s. How old are you, Zithulela? Are you in your 50s? Ithinto yakho mfethu. Ayo! Watch carefully because this moment doesn't change Gwabini's legal status. It changes the integrity of the entire prosecution's theory in the Sinzo Meyiwa murder trial. That's what changed, guys. Gwabini was never a suspect, was never an accused, was never anything. What are your thoughts when it comes to this video? Let's talk with comment section. Please drop your comments there and let me know. Let's have a discussion. I love you so much. Enjoy. Bye-bye.